Yes, a very good evening to you tuned into UBC TV. Welcome from Uganda Matters Day celebrations and wherever you are coming from. It's me, Micheal Lukomwa, coming in with UBC News tonight. Mohammed Mugalu joins us for sign language interpretation. In what we have tonight, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni and First Lady Janet Kataha Museveni have taken their second COVID-19 vaccination jabs, completing the recommended dose to minimize effects of the raging pandemic. According to the World Health Organization, for some COVID-19 vaccines that require 2 doses, the first dose presents antigens, proteins that stimulate the production of antibodies to the immune system for the first time. Scientists call this priming the immune response. The second dose acts as a booster, ensuring the immune system develops a memory response to fight off the virus if it encounters it again. The president assured Ugandans that vaccines are safe and effective, but urged them to continue wearing their masks, wash hands with soap and water, sanitize, ensuring good ventilation indoors, physically distancing, and avoid crowds to minimize transmission. Daily COVID-19 updates by the Ministry of Health show 1,083 new cases, 49,759 cumulative cases, and 522 active cases at health facilities, 47,760 recoveries, cumulative recoveries, and 365 deaths. That is in the case of Uganda. The tests conducted so far now stand at 1,125,306, and the total number of people vaccinated now stand at 677,084 people. Former Minister for Security and also member of the UPDF High Command, General Eli Tumwine, has sent a condolence message to the family of General Edward Katumba Wamala upon the death of their daughter, Brenda Nantongo, who was buried today. He revealed that the UPDF top leadership will mobilize allies and friends in the fight against terrorism to deal with perpetrators who inflicted pain on General Katumba and his family. This follows an attempted assassination in which General Katumba's daughter, Brenda Nantongo, and driver, Haruna Kayundo, were murdered.
My dear brother, Honorable General Katumba Wamala and your family, I bring you my condolences. On the morning of 1st June 2021, on Tuesday, we got the shocking news of the attack by assailants on your life, in which your daughter Brenda Nantongo and your driver lost their lives. My family and I, and the big fraternity of the security forces, share with you the grief of this sudden and brutal death of Brenda and the driver, and I know how you were close to both. As we spoke on phone, the devil is a liar. Today we are celebrating the life of Brenda Nantongo, but just share with you a similar experience and encourage you. This word celebrating when my 25-year-old son, Junior, whom you knew, passed on. First, this word celebrating on the book in the church took me aback. But on deep analysis, I came to know that God had allowed us 25 years of sharing with his life. And therefore, I want you to know that you are sharing the 32 years of Brenda with you and your family, the years of love in which God allowed you to share with her. It was her day, it was not your day. And these incidents continue to teach us lessons for us to do our best, and we let God do the rest. I repeat, these incidents challenge us for us to continue doing our best and let God do the rest. There is a reason why some people survive. It is mainly to continue serving the good purpose that they are allowed to live on this earth, like you have always been doing. Continue doing your best and let God do the rest. We shall continue. Let everyone know that we shall continue to mobilize all the peace-loving people of Uganda and of the world to resist, defeat, and overcome these criminally minded people in our society. Let us wish you and your family at this time strength and courage to go through this period, and for you we wish you a quick recovery. God bless you, and may her soul rest in eternal peace.
The commander of the Uganda People's Defense Forces, General David Muhoozi, has reassured the family of General Katumba Wamala that government will at all costs protect the territories of Uganda for safety of her citizens. He was speaking at the burial of the late Nantongo Brenda, daughter to General Katumba Wamala, in Chikandwa, Mukono district.
This Thursday, 3rd June 2021, Nantongo Brenda, daughter to former Works and Transport Minister General Katumba Wamala, has been laid to rest.
Many people have been wondering why the gown, Brenda yambadde gown. Mami yagambye eno mbaga ya Brenda esembayo. Njagala okulaba omwana wange mu gown. And I made sure I get the gown.
Nanganze nabagambye ab'oku mulimu nti mu December nja kugenda. Ngenda kugenda wala kolina nga oddayo mu America. Nabagamba nti ye nja kuddayo temujja kuddamu kundaba. Story njijjukidde ya Kingamba. Era bwe mmaze n'embikwa ne kakati kwe kuno kwe yabagambye nti ngenda tagenda kuddayo balaba. Simanyani gwe yali anyumya naye naye nga yanyumiza emboozi eyo.
Omuntu gw'ogenda otya ne weebaka n'oyanirizibwa abaana bo ne bakuwa kyayi n'omugaati n'olya ng'ovakola ekikolobero bwe kiti. Ddala mazima weebaka otya ekiro? Otunuulira otya abaana bo ng'omaze okutta owa munno? Ku lwaki temwagalira
The final send-off prayers were led by the Archbishop of Church of Uganda, Right Reverend Dr. Stephen Kazimba Mugalu.
Eri ab'obwekwerinda mwenna, eri bannayuganda abalumirwa emirembe, eri bannaddiini ffe okubeera nti tukubiriza abantu baffe okubeera ab'emirembe. Abira abantu baffe, buli muntu abeemu omutima ogulumirirwa munne. Njagala okusaba Katonda atuteekemu ekintu kye bayita obuntu, mu Lungereza kye bayita humanism. Ekyo kye kibuze mu ffe.
Uganda People's Defense Force, where Katumba Wamala is still a serving officer, was represented by the CDF, General David Muhoozi.
The silver lining in this cloud, however, is that it's a signal for us in the UPDF to zippen up our boots. It's a direct provocation, and we shall certainly respond.
Muhoozi reassured government commitments to the search for perpetrators and securing the nation.
The motive of the killers seems apparent from the choice of their target to cause disaffection against government, to cause fear in the public, and to create an impression that peace and security is not durable in this country. This and other tests to our collective resolve, we shall overcome. we certainly can't make it any lighter on the family. The weight of loss is big. But we empathize with you, sir, and your family. And we shall also go after the culprits.
Muhoozi, however, faults the judiciary for giving an escape route to such criminals at a time if netted on assumption of lack of substantive evidence.
And this causes impunity. It has happened before when culprits exploit gaps to go away scot-free. We need this time round to marshal all our efforts in a coordinated way to ensure that we deal with this threat decisively. After all, our cardinal law, the Constitution, provides that substantive justice will be administered without undue regard to technicalities.
The central government was represented by the former government whip in Parliament, Ruth Nankabirwa.
Nga gavumenti nti tulina obusobozi obumala obw'okwanganga abazigu bano.
While addressing mourners, General Katumba Wamala referred to the daughter as a sacrifice for his life and also hailed his bodyguard and driver.
Because if Brenda was not where she was seated, all those bullets would have ended in my body. So she was my guardian angel. She gave in her life for me, unknowingly. She gave in her life for me. And maybe God said, your dad still has some work to do. But you being a good girl, come to heaven and we'll give you some more other work.
Till date, Katumba wonders what the motive of their silence was about.
How heartless people can be. That's what I saw. Situation in abantu nga balina ettima. Era netondera Mukama Katonda kubanga kye nasooka okwogera nagani Mukama Katonda nga njagadde nnyo abantu lwaki abantu tebanjagala. I think I was wrong. And I'm sorry. Because people love me. People have loved us.
At only 33 years old, Nantongo Brenda was laid to rest amidst tears. On Tuesday morning, there was an attempted assassination of General Katumba Wamala in Kisasi, in which his daughter Brenda Nantongo and driver were killed. General Katumba escaped with bullet wounds. Robert Onyango, UBC News, Chikandwa, Mukono District.
Christians attending Martyrs' Day celebrations at Namugongo Catholic Shrine have been called upon to pray that Uganda overcomes the COVID-19 pandemic. This year's Mass, celebrated on the theme, Don't Take Heart, attended by 200 people, was animated by Masaka Diocese.
For 2 years running, Namugongo Martyrs Catholic Shrine has not hosted pilgrims due to the stringent standard operating procedures aimed at stopping the spread of COVID-19. This year, only 200 representative pilgrims attended prayers at Namugongo Catholic Martyrs Shrine, animated by Masaka Diocese. At 9:30 a.m., Bishop Severus Jumbo of Masaka Diocese led a procession of celebrants, including the chairperson of Uganda Episcopal Conference, Bishop Anthony Zuwa, the Apostolic Administrator of Kampala Archdiocese, Bishop Pose Mongerere, the Apostolic Institute Uganda, Luiki Biancho, and priests made their way to the altar. Bishop Jumba urged pilgrims to have faith in the Lord, which will eventually bring peace.
I invite you, brothers, that the situation as it is, coronavirus is pressing us hard. Let us not lose hope. Let us face it with the eyes of the gift of faith which we have inherited from the White Fathers for this part of the country, and which has been watered by the blood of the martyrs.
Apart from the 365 Ugandans that have lost the battle to COVID-19, Bishop Jumba said the death of Bishops like Kaguwa of Masaka, Cyprian Kizito of Kampala Archdiocese, and Odongo of Tororo have left a thorn in the church.
I want to add to the words of the Holy Father that we must witness to this legacy, that we have internalized this legacy by living a life of reconciliation, respect for one another, a life of justice, which ensures into genuine peace.
Bishop Anthony Zwa, the chairperson of Uganda Episcopal Conference, condemned the ungodly acts of murder in the country.
People using machetes to kill others, using spears to spear other people, using guns to kill people, and so on and so forth. I'm not going to repeat what has been mentioned here, what has happened to General Katumba, and we pray for the repose of his daughter and his driver. Now, how can we today condemn Mukajanga when there are so many Mukajangas? Does that exist? There are so many Mukajangas in our society.
The Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Anita Among Anet, represented government.
We need peace, and as Christians, as religious, we are the ones who are going to preach about this peace that we are talking about. Let's come out truthfully to talk about it, and we implement it. We should not just talk, but as government we are committed to have reconciliation.
This year's pilgrimage comes at a special time in the life of our country. A new term of office for the President and members of Parliament has just started. We seek the intercession of the martyrs so that God may enable the leaders to prioritize the fundamental needs of the ordinary Ugandan.
In Uganda, Martyrs Day is celebrated annually to commemorate the 45 Christians killed between 1895 and 1887 on orders of Kabaka Basamulekere Mwanga of Buganda for embracing Christianity. Before the coronavirus pandemic hit the country, this place would attract between 800,000 and 3 million pilgrims. Today, only 200 pilgrims due to COVID-19 have attended this year's Uganda Martyrs Day celebrations here at the Catholic Shrine on the theme, Don't Lose Heart. Bernard Higa, UBC News, Namugongo.
At the Protestant Shrine in Namugongo, prayers have been conducted to remember the Uganda Martyrs as well. It is now 57 years since the martyrs were commissioned and elevated to sainthood in 1964. The prayers have been held under Ministry of Health guidelines as well.
Members of the outgoing cabinet, the Speaker of Parliament and the Head of Public Service John Mitala have graced the Martyrs Day event at the Protestant Shrine to remember the martyrs who were killed by Kabaka Mwanga Basamulekere.
And each of them was asked to denounce Christianity, to denounce Jesus. And they said no.
This is the time, yes we can. Say, tell everybody, yes we can. Yes. Head of Later for the province, stand up. This is a man with a yes we can. To God be the glory.
The event has been scientifically held with a handful of people due to COVID-19. The Head of Public Service, John Mitala, represented the Head of State, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni Tibuhaburwa.
I welcome and greet all the participating pilgrims who have joined this event.
President Museveni recognizes the contribution of the church to the development of communities, but disregards sectarianism based on religion and tribe.
It is the reason we are preaching African integration at all levels, and all sectors, especially trade and enhancement of all services across the African continent.
23 Anglicans, 22 Catholics and 12 Muslims were killed on the orders of Kabaka Mwanga between 1885 and 1887.
Government is going to work with them to establish a Muslim Martyrs site at Namugongo. We are working with the Muslim leadership to document the story of the Muslim Martyrs, and this is how this can be actualized.
This year, the Church of Uganda celebrates 60 years of self-governance and self-propagation. Ivan Kahua, UBC News in Namugongo.
Thank you so much, Ivan Kahwa, and your story brings us to this point where we'll take a very short break. On return, do not miss the match that we have.
Today in history.
On 3rd June 1886, 32 young men, both Anglicans and Catholics, were burned to death at Namugongo for their refusal to renounce Christianity under the orders of Kabaka Mwanga II of Buganda, Saint Chirigwa Joe Antoli, Luke Banabachintu, Mbaga Tuzinde, Kizito Muto, Walukaga Nuwa, and Saint Javira are some of the martyrs that were killed on 3rd June at Namugongo, about 15 kilometers east of Kampala city. Before its current name, Namugongo was called Busari. It then got the name Namugongo because most of the martyrs were dragged on their backs to reach the site. Namugongo Martyrs Shrine stands on 22 copper pillars representing the 22 Catholic martyrs. In front of the main entrance to the church, below the altar, is the spot where Charles Lwanga, the leader of the Catholics, was burnt on 3rd June 1886, and the church was consecrated by Pope Paul VI on 2nd August 1962.
In chess, the small one can become the big one. It's the same here. And here too. Watch every move. Record every number so you can plan better. No matter the size of your dream, tomorrow's success belongs to those who keep today's records clean. File your returns today.
Uganda Revenue Authority, developing Uganda together.
We've cut and reduced our MTN Momo withdrawal rates. Now you can withdraw mobile money at the lowest rates. You also get MTN Central Points when you deposit, send, and withdraw MTN mobile money. Visit our Momo agents countrywide and withdraw mobile money at our reduced rates from 1st May 2021. Everywhere you go, MTN.
Ekya COVID-19 kijja kugwa. If we get vaccinated now, observe social distancing, wear masks properly, sanitize or wash our hands with soap and water regularly. Together we can defeat this enemy.
In
efforts to improve quality assurance and Uganda's competitiveness as a tourist destination, Uganda Tourism Board is set to undertake a nationwide grading and classification exercise of hotel and accommodation facilities. As a member of the East African community, Uganda subscribes to the East African Grading and Classification Criteria, a system denoted by stars ranging from 1 to 5. The grading and classification exercise will be crowned by the awarding of star ratings to facilities found compliant to the EAC minimum standards. This is therefore a call to all accommodation and facility owners and managers to register and get licensed by UTB as a requirement and get ready for participation. For more information, visit www.utb.go.ug or email qualityassurance@utb.go.ug for details. Uganda Tourism Board, promoting tourism together.
Therefore, understanding this model.
Excuse me, lady. Who do you think you are? A queen?
Haven't you heard? Get Airtel Chillax bundles and browse like a queen.
Get Airtel Chillax bundles that do not expire and browse like a queen or king. Dial *175# or use My Airtel app.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
UBC News tonight. European countries have begun using the COVID-19 certification as a process to verify travelers' health. During May, many European Union countries launched their own certification systems to verify if someone had the COVID-19 been vaccinated or tested negative for the virus, with all the 27 European Union countries agreeing to the use of the same certification process across Europe by the 1st of July.
The EU has officially launched its COVID Certificate Gateway, a system to verify whether travelers have been vaccinated, have recovered from the virus, or have tested negative within 72 hours. The gateway underpins the EU's digital COVID certificate, which offers the promise of unlocking hassle-free travel around Europe this summer. July is the deadline to start issuing the passes, but some member states are wasting no time. 10 linked up on day 1, and 7, including Denmark, Greece, and Croatia, are already issuing passes to their citizens and accepting them from visitors. The certificates, which take the form of a QR code, are meant to exempt travelers from restrictions like quarantine and testing. The COVID pass could be the jolt the EU tourism industry and its 30 million workers needs, and a way to restore some semblance of free movement around the bloc after 15 months of cross-border restrictions.
For now, the COVID certificate is for Europeans only, but Brussels is in talks with outsiders like the U.S. on extending the program. Before they can do that, though, they'll have to find a way to ensure all the documents are authentic.
Shimaroon's Women's Football Club has emerged triumphant in the Federation of Uganda Women Elite League that has climaxed at the Fufa Technical Center in Jeru. In the finals, Shimaroons needed the immaculate prowess of star striker Millicent Namwebe, whose only goal didn't only settle this game, but also ensured she finished atop the scorers chart with 6 goals. Namwebe's teammates, Joan Nagai, won the most valuable player accolade. She Kataka Women Football Club was awarded the fair play gong, while Rhine's goalkeeper Elsina Jemba won the Golden Gloves Award. The two teams that contested the final, Rhines and Shimaroons, have earned the right to play in the women's football top division, the Women's Super League, next season. Because of the COVID-19, the Women's League was played in the tournament fashion of 4 groups, with each entering the technical center at a particular time. Thank you so much for watching. That is all we had for you at this point. Let's get back to you at 10 p.m. with more news tonight. My name is Micheal Jordan Lukomwa with Mohammed Mugalu and the whole team. We wish you the best of the evening. Enjoy the next program. Let's catch you at 10 p.m.